He doesn't. I'll tell you what. The one thing he doesn't want to do is fight Mike.
No.
Yeah, he wants to fight Mike, I think.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't give a if he's 55. That's still Mike Tyson.
Mike's in good shape, too.
Oh, my God.
Mike trains every day.
With tensions skyrocketing over the highly anticipated matchup between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, Joe Rogan has stepped in with a strong and urgent message. Known for speaking his mind without filters, Rogan has firmly urged Jake Paul to reconsider and pull out of the upcoming fight with Tyson.
He trains with Rafael Cordero, who's a legend in MMA. He runs King's Mixed Martial Arts. And Rafael is a world-renowned trainer. When you see him holding the mitts for Tyson, and Tyson smashing the mitts, like, Jesus. That guy can still fuck you up.
Meanwhile, Mike Tyson is leaving no stone unturned as he gears up for his clash with Jake Paul. The former heavyweight champ shared glimpses from his fourth training session on X, giving fans a peek at the dedication and intensity fueling his preparation.
Stage 4, it was okay, but you don't know what you got in store, baby. You got to face the God of War. And get ready, baby. Fire in the house.
When Mike Tyson enters the ring, he commands attention simply by being there. The ex-champion radiates a mix of power and intimidation, his piercing gaze sending a clear message: he's locked in, focused, and ready for battle. At the same time, Patrick Beverley, former teammate of LeBron James and now a guard for the Milwaukee Bucks, voiced a cautionary note to Jake Paul. Astonished by Tyson's recent training videos, Beverley expressed disbelief that anyone would dare face off against one of boxing's hardest hitters. On Twitter, he wrote, "Man, leave this guy alone." Even Paul George weighed in, predicting the outcome of the fight.
It don't matter. Mike ain't scared to get hit.
I think it matters if Mike goes out there and he's really trying to knock him out. Like, is he gonna? I hope he doesn't go out there.
I think he's going to do that. I think that's what he's going to do.
It's going to make for great entertainment for sure.
George confidently backed Tyson to defeat Jake Paul, emphasizing that age shouldn't be a factor when facing a true boxer. "I don't care about the age gap," he said. He's facing a boxer, not an MMA fighter, wrestler, or entertainer. That's what matters. Mike isn't afraid to take a punch. Similarly, Gilbert Arenas believes Tyson won't lose unless he deliberately throws the fight. He remarked on his podcast that a clean hit from Iron Mike could end a fight instantly, highlighting Tyson's unmatched punching power. Meanwhile, UFC legend Henry Cejudo, hosting a new podcast with Kamaru Usman, hinted at the massive payday awaiting Tyson. Cejudo suggested the earnings could be substantial, noting Mike could rake in around $20 million even at nearly 58, while Jake Paul, at 27, would also see an 8-figure payout. Despite both fighters cashing in big, the sums may not match Tyson's historic $100+ million paydays from his past mega bouts.
I brought guys for Jake Paul to spar when he were getting ready for Nate Robinson and Ben Askren. I've seen him in the gym a lot. I used to be BJ Flores' coach, his coach at those times. So I was in the gym with them a lot. By the way, real cool guy. Nothing like the people probably would think.
On his Pound for Pound podcast, Kamaru Usman didn't hold back criticizing Jake Paul's decision to step into the ring with a seasoned boxer like Tyson. Usman questioned whether Paul wants to be taken seriously as a boxer or just be that YouTuber who boxed. While acknowledging Paul's potential, Usman raised concerns about the respect professional fighters would give him. Comedian and actor Andrew Schultz also weighed in, predicting that the fight could surpass all previous boxing viewership records. He explained that the fight's accessibility on Netflix makes it easy for anyone to watch, possibly drawing a massive global audience. Similarly, Dewey Cooper reflected on his ties to both fighters. Having known Paul in the gym and Tyson since the 90s, Cooper highlighted the delicate balance of loyalty he feels toward both men.
Would think I've been knowing Mike Tyson since the 90s. Mike's an awesome guy, incredible guy. He's helped our team. So it's a sensitive situation for me at 58. The way Mike looks in the pads and everything, he can still do it.
Cooper emphasized Tyson's age as a key factor, noting that the financial incentive is hard to ignore. At 58, Mike still moves well on the pads, Cooper said. But will he commit to full camp intensity? Will Jake Paul motivate him enough? If so, it's serious for Paul. If not, he might actually have a shot at beating a legend. Cooper admitted he'd prefer to see Paul fight younger opponents like Tommy Fury, but acknowledged the enormous public interest in a bout against Tyson.
Somebody was like, would you wrestle Kyle Snyder for charity? I'm like, no, he's going to beat the brakes off of me. He won't play with me. He won't give me anything to make me feel good about this. He's gonna beat the shit out.
Cooper concluded that if fans demand the matchup and both fighters agree, it should go ahead. I just hope both fighters are okay, he said, noting the age difference presents real risks. UFC legend Daniel Cormier also shared his brutally honest view, suggesting that Paul faces a no-win scenario. Beating Tyson could provoke backlash, while losing could damage his reputation. Cormier warned that Paul might not have fully considered the consequences of stepping into the ring with Iron Mike.
When his opponent was walking out to the ring, I looked in dude's face and I was like, yo, he got that face like he know what he's supposed to do tonight. He's supposed to find somewhere on this mat to lay down, and when that perfect punch is thrown, he gonna lay down. And
that's what you meant?
That's exactly what I meant.
Cormier explained that if Paul were to dominate Tyson, fans might criticize the fight, questioning the event's quality. Conversely, a knockout could tarnish Tyson's legacy. With Paul 30 years younger and 6 knockouts to his name, a victory over Tyson might mark the end of Iron Mike's storied boxing journey. Emerging boxer Neeraj Goyat also shared his perspective, favoring Paul due to Tyson's age but acknowledging the legend's unmatched skills. Goyat expressed confidence that, one day, he could take on Paul himself. Meanwhile, Joe Rogan has consistently defended Tyson's ability to take on Paul. On his podcast, Rogan stressed that age doesn't diminish Tyson's capabilities. Highlighting Tyson's training with MMA legend Rafael Cordeiro, Rogan marveled at his power, speed, and resilience, reinforced by modern recovery methods like hormone replacement and electrical muscle stimulation. Rogan predicts that Paul will experience a moment of awe when facing Tyson's classic style in the ring, noting that speed and power are the last things to fade with age. Rogan also speculated about Tyson's strategic approach in previous bouts, suggesting there may have been agreements to limit face punches. Yet, despite all precautions, Tyson's presence remains formidable, leaving fans to wonder if this highly contrasting showdown will actually take place. Skepticism grows, with prominent figures like Sean Porter questioning the likelihood of the fight happening on July 20th.
And I'm not saying from a standpoint of him taking money to take a dive. I just saying this dude look like he know where his job is. He's supposed to find somewhere to lay down on this canvas, and when that punch is thrown, he's supposed to lay down.
Porter was blunt in expressing his doubts on his podcast. "I'm not excited," he admitted, adding that a fight of this magnitude can't be organized in just a few days. He emphasized his skepticism, suggesting that this matchup might ultimately be more of a spectacle for fans than a serious contest. As the date of the fight draws closer, speculation continues to heat up across social media and sports networks. Fans are divided, some are hyped to witness a legend return, while others question whether this clash is even fair. After all, Mike Tyson hasn't stepped into the ring in years, and Jake Paul has made waves in boxing, but mostly against younger, less experienced opponents. It's not just fans, many athletes and commentators are weighing in. The boxing world is abuzz with predictions, warnings, and what-ifs. How will Tyson's legendary power match up against the speed and youth of Jake Paul? Can modern training techniques and recovery methods bridge decades of age difference? For some, this isn't just a fight, it's a cultural moment. Imagine streaming the fight live on Netflix, knowing the whole world has access at their fingertips. That accessibility alone could make it one of the most watched combat sports events ever. Comedian Andrew Schultz even suggested that casual viewers, who don't normally follow boxing, might tune in just for the spectacle. And honestly, who could resist watching a legendary heavyweight take on one of the biggest names from YouTube? But behind the hype, there's real concern. Veteran fighters like Daniel Cormier and Kamaru Usman are questioning whether this is a safe or respectful matchup. Tyson is nearly 60, and though he's still incredibly skilled, the risk factor is undeniable. On the other side, Jake Paul is still young and hungry, with something to prove beyond just his past YouTube fame. Then there's the money. Both fighters are set to earn massive paydays, but for Tyson, it's about more